A pulse of light, let it begin. The night dissolves, the day will spin. Rise, awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken. Climb, rise, awakenings, now is the time. Echoes bloom, they bend and glide. A signal surging deep inside. From shadows' grip, we rise and rise. Tune the whisper.
Hey, this is Brindlewolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise Awakenings, hear the call. Through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken. Climb, rise awakening, now is the time. Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.
When you hold a feeling, you know the kind. The one that plagues, scrapes, scratches, cuts deep inside the mind. It doesn't really matter how long you hold it in. It bites, stings, squirms, crawls, itches in your skin. Feelings deep within, words that aren't spoken. Feelings get denied, afraid to stay real. Too many tears I cry. We try to bury the hard truth, hiding from the lost youth, buried in the past. Secrets, they won't last, always trying to hide. Didn't know how to confide. What's been weighing heavy in your heart? Poison in the mind, resistance, and it may not like it, we may hate it. Now wanna hear it, speak it, tell it, you wanna make it kind. Finding all the words that you needed to express. Gonna trip, flip the script, get it messy, break a sweat as you confess, as you confess. Words that weren't spoken, the mask you wore to hide, afraid to show what's real, wipe away tears you cry. You cry. Time to speak the hard truth, hiding from the lost youth, buried in the past. Secrets, they won't last, always trying to hide. Oh, don't know how to confide. Truth is the hardest thing to do, to express the real in you. Completely spin Didn't know how to confide. It's Brindlewolf and Diane, so listen up if you can. Yeah, journey with them today as they help you find your way. Oh, mental wellness is the topic of the hour. Mental health and the power to tap into our alignments will lead to our refinements. Phoenix Talk, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talks, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talks with Brindlewolf and Diane. Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can.
Welcome everyone to Phoenix Talks. I am Brindlewolf, and this is my lovely co-host, the Rev D.
Diane. Hello.
Yes, no, we are not on TikTok. Not yet. Not yet. Keyword there, yet. Eventually, we might actually go live on TikTok
Yes,
with everything else. But
we might. We shall. We will. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow.
Well, for now, we're coming live to you on two different YouTubes and my Twitch and Zeno.fm Awakenings.
Yeah,
Welcome,
that was
everybody.
such a radio voice. That was a perfect radio voice, I have to say.
Thank
And
you.
speaking of radio, that song, oh my God, that was amazing.
Thank you.
That was a powerful song. And it was just, ooh, it had a hard edge to it too, which is perfect.
You had yeah. Suno, thank you so much. I couldn't do what I do without that wonderful app and its creators. I wrote the lyrics. That one I take full credit for all the lyrics that time. But as far as melody and putting it all together, nope. That was probably the quickest generation of song that I have done in months.
Wow. So it came out amazingly.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you.
On that note,
And,
where are we taking this conversation? You first.
Gonna talk the hard truths, you know. I know a lot of people, especially in the live audience, they're a little bit concerned about talking about how to reveal hard truths, what to do with them, how to express them, where they come from, and all of that jazz. You know, here's some jazz hands for you. But it's the stuff that you lock away. It's the things that you don't want to say because you know, or at least you think you know, what the result might be if you actually come clean with how you truly feel, what you've been holding on to, what you're observing, and setting the record straight. And that's tough. It's scary, terrifying, nerve-wracking. And you know, I could. Some people, it makes them want to relieve their stomach contents because they get so nervous about it, and then they're like, "No, the discomfort of actually saying it outweighs the discomfort of holding it in the moment."
Mm-hmm.
But then as we hold it in and it starts to impede our thoughts, impede our physical capabilities, manifesting in our skin, our bones, our digestive system,
Right.
Then we're like, I can't hold it in anymore.
Yeah. In addition to all of that, the way you're received being unpleasant as it will then be another hard reality to face because it sounds like sometimes it's going to You're going to be accused of complaining, of blaming, of living in the past, of whatever it is that's going to be complained about or spoken of to make it even more challenging for you to navigate through speaking up for yourself. And
Right.
sometimes that is standing up to the people who hurt you and pushing back and setting boundaries. And that feels like crap on the inside. So, and your body is going to have all those. I mean, my mouth goes completely dry and it's like air doesn't come out to form the sound and it skips like a record skips, like the speech skips. You know,
Right.
everyone has different physiological nervous system responses to navigate through. And the hard truth is that may be the moment, but what happens to you after the moment is what needs to be talked about in more depth. Because when you have those times and then you let it sit and it processes a day or two or whatever timing it processes, you start to see things from a different perspective yet again, because their response is now factored into and puts another layer on the level of understanding that you are defining. That being said, that's going to bring you could either spiral downwards and go backwards, or understand those ugly feelings and sit with them. And this is the hard truth and the hard part that comes just after that hard truth.
Right.
Part. Because now you're thinking, because you still have to process what happened. So I don't want you to feel like that's not normal. And I think that's where we have trouble with the hard truth, is because we lie to ourselves and tell ourselves, well, I'm not going to feel that way. I got it. It didn't bother me at all. I'm not bothered one bit. I'm totally over it. You know, like, but the way it affects you afterwards, you get drained. It's like my favorite prop ever. So you need to catch up and be compassionate towards yourself and understand you feeling like shit afterwards is part of the process.
Yeah.
That ugly cry, you can sob it out. You can release all of that shit that was held in and suppressed for God knows how long, because you got through it. So you have to sit in it, and it's ugly, and you have to let it be what it is. So after that, you're going to get yourself through it with compassion. After that, you have to wipe your own tears, blow your nose, wipe your drool up off the floor, stretch, and walk yourself into a different state of being.
Yeah.
And that's not a pretty process either, because sometimes you have to be stern with yourself. Come on, and like really get soul into moving yourself out of that horrible feeling. That's the hard truth. It's not a pretty process. Healing is not pretty. It's ugly as fuck. But if you don't feel that
If healing were pretty, everybody be doing it.
right. Ain't that the damn truth?
But it's not.
It ain't pretty. That's the hard truth. But unless
I
you
mean,
go
the lyrics
through that,
that I wrote for that song were deliberate.
yeah. Yeah.
They were deliberate, especially in that second verse. You're going to get messy. And when you are when you've been holding on for something so long and you finally get a moment and your heart's pounding out of your chest and you finally decide, this is it. This is that moment. This is the moment right now. And it's not going to come out compassionately if you've been holding on to it for a long time. Let that go. let that go. Say what needs to be said as kind as you can in the moment. But how many times do you allow yourselves to let it build to where you have been acting passive aggressively, broadcasting to everybody but that person? Yes, I'm talking about myself as an example, because this is what I do, what I've done, where I will hold on to something, hold on to it, and I will broadcast to friends, and they will be so sick of hearing about it. I'll be like, are you ever going to talk to them? Whether they say it directly or not. And then finally something happens, the explosion comes up, and it's messy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then we wind up backpedaling, because while we were expressing our truth, it was expressed through anger. And we wound up causing the very thing we didn't want to, potentially. Not every time. And this isn't absolute. It only sounds like I talk in absolutes. I do not.
And that's another hard truth. Looking at ourselves and being able to see, ooh, I was not healthy either. I was a little toxic there in that moment. A little toxic. Well, just a little.
And then you have to, go back to a couple episodes when we talked about apologies. Oh, as I almost topped over my table.
No, please don't.
So you almost got really messy over here, talking hard truth. Good grief. Got a little bit overzealous with my leaning.
Yes. There's also episodes somewhere in our history about accountability.
Yeah.
Because ultimately it's accountability, and that is ugly as fuck sometimes.
While I act like a jackass, I kind of meant what I said.
Yeah.
Whether my perspective of truth is your reality or the reality, it's still how I felt. And I need that acknowledged.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a harder truth, is needing the acknowledgement of something that you've held on to for so long, and for it to be validated by the other person with some type of accountability, not knowing whether or not you're going to get it. And beforehand, how many times have you rehearsed it in your head and ready for whatever they're going to say? And you've done it over and over and over again. Meanwhile, you're driving yourself absolutely fucking crazy in the process and not talking to them, because in that conversation that you have in your head, you manage to calm yourself down enough, because you feel your subconscious and your body is tricked into thinking that the conversation was had. Ooh, I felt that from somebody watching live or the replay. I felt that, because that was like a
yeah. and that's one variation. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
so many.
There's so many. And I think that if we can at least make you feel like all of that is absolutely normal, that there's no shame in any of that. That's actually what's supposed to happen when you're actually being honest with yourself and truthful with yourself. The hard truth has to come from within, has to be honest with yourself in order for you to embrace speaking up for yourself every time and improving upon it each time you do, calling yourself out on whatever it is that you make yourself cringe. You trigger your own damn self. And allowing yourself to walk through why that still exists in your experience. Yep. I think the message that this topic is being talked about, one of the biggest messages I think for you is to normalize the hard truth of the healing process and this accountability process, and acceptance of certain circumstances, which we didn't even get into yet. Like whatever it is we're going to end up leaning towards tonight to talk about.
What branch shall we jump on next?
Right. at the end, at the core of it and at the bottom of it is you have to have compassion for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself. You have to see yourself as somebody that deserves your support and championship, like advocate and empowerment towards yourself
Right.
in order for you to move through and understand what you need to in order to change what you're doing to have a different experience.
Right.
None of that is pretty. It's all what the stuff that you don't want somebody else to see unless they're a safe space, like for real safe space. Okay. So, like, those parts of you, the hard truth about that is it's ugly. Yeah. Let's talk about when we're triggered from the outside world and
Oh,
the hard
which
truth.
Which time? I mean, there's so many different ways we could go with that.
Yes, there's a million different ways we can go with that. And I think
But before we
for
jump on with that, I do want to acknowledge something that you had just said, because I feel this from a lot of people too, as well as myself. When we hear somebody in our position say to us, "You have to do this," you immediately feel in those moments after. And if you're like me, you hear those words echo in your head every time you do something that's exact opposite of what you just heard that you should be doing, or as a suggestion of what you should be doing. Well, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. I have to take care of this. I don't understand. And you start freaking out on the inside, or you start letting that boil up and hear that in your head and putting that pressure on you. And all of a sudden, you just don't know what the fuck to do next. Don't put that pressure on you. The have-tos that are spoken are means of helping you to understand, of maneuvering through. And if you don't give yourself permission, if you don't find the want to make things better, to stand in your truth, stand in your accountability, that's a choice. But you do get the opportunity to make a different one. And that is, yeah, you can hear, I have to do this if I'm going to. Or you can feel, I have to do this. If you feel I have to do this, then you're shoulding on yourself and you should stop.
no shouldn't on yourself, because that's what Mike is trying to reiterate is the shame part. We're alleviating shame from all of this. Give yourself, I'm clinging onto the word permission, you said. Give yourself permission to do this work. It's necessary. And that's why you have to. Not because there's a deadline or you're in trouble if you don't, or whatever your work you're doing is not valid, because none of that's true. It's give yourself permission without shame. That's all. And yeah, I probably shouldn't use the words have to, because now that I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I just triggered everyone's pathological demand avoidance. Oops. Sorry, did I do that?
But it happens naturally.
Yeah.
This isn't, and people can't consciously all the time think about all of the things that we say you should think about. Mm-hmm. Hell, we don't even do that all the time. Guess what? We're human. So are you.
Exactly.
I'm not perfect.
Exactly. So let's talk about intimate relationships, because I think that's a hot topic for everybody. And let's talk about the reality and the hard truth that the way we learned to communicate was most likely very unhealthy. And the way we learned things that we learned were normal and average are actually incredibly toxic and unhealthy. And what does that look like in certain circumstances? Because If y'all are just listening, Mike is making expressions that are speaking a whole conversation in and of themselves. So watch the replay.
Uh, healthy lessons. But that's okay. It's generational. It happens in every relationship, especially if you have offspring. Every single one. You're not perfect. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to be messy. And you're going to teach your kids things that they're going to come back and say, I can't believe you did this to me. And why did you treat me this way? And this was just wrong. It's going to happen. And, you bring up an interesting point that I had thought of earlier. Why do we have such a hard time being truthful? The top of the list came to mind was we are taught to lie at a very early age.
Yes. And the core of that reason is safety. We learned very early it wasn't safe.
Even if it's a safe household and there's no major dramatic emotional problems going on, you say sorry right now. You apologize for that right now. But I'm not sorry. You do it anyway. And you're taught to do something that you don't feel is right. You're taught to lie.
Right. Saying what the person wants is safer. It pacifies the situation so that you can feel safer. Now you've not only regulated someone else's emotions to regulate yours, you're in full-blown survival mode and inauthentic and betraying yourself. But as a child, you don't know that.
Nope.
As a young person, you still don't know that. Somewhere in life, some lesson will come along to help you have that awareness. But walking through that awareness is the painful part. All of that is uncomfortable to unpack. But we need to first identify and acknowledge the dynamics that were toxic and our own behaviors and communication styles that we learned that are toxic. So the hard truth is it's hard to swallow that you're an asshole sometimes. It's hard to swallow that you manipulated somebody in a way that saved your ass in that moment, like survival mode, because you're gaslighting and you're manipulating situations technically so that you can self-preserve. And sometimes it has unintended negative consequences with those around you involved.
Yeah. And there's a difference between accountable and apologetic.
Yeah.
But if you can be accountably apologetic, that's the goal.
Right.
When you're being truthful. You're holding yourself accountable while apologizing that in that moment, whatever that moment was, that harm was caused.
Yeah.
I mean, truth can have a couple of layers to it just to get through it. We've talked about the building up to saying it, and then you have the moment of saying it. Then you have the other moment of the cleanup.
Mm-hmm. Right. The repairs.
The repairs.
Right. Relationship repairs are also messy because you have no idea how that other person's going to receive it and how they're going to respond. Mm-hmm. And the hard truth is holding yourself accountable. Now, if you're in a situation where you're trying to hold someone else accountable, the hard truth is they're not going to be accountable for themselves unless they truly are doing that kind of work on themselves. People are only able to meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. So if they are confident in their misunderstanding, I'll be damned if you're going to let your intelligence get in the way of their convictions.
I mean, when you tell somebody exactly how you're feeling about a situation and their response to you is, oh my God, thank you for letting me know. I had no idea I was doing that. when you get that kind of response and you know it's genuine, how many times do you take a couple steps back, at least in your mind, like, what the fuck? No, that's not what I expected. That, you know, everything I know about them, this is not in their behavior. What's going on here? This isn't how I rehearsed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, whoa. Now, that's what we hoped for. Does it happen? Not every time.
No, not every time. And I want you to go easy on yourself and take the pressure off with regards to how you present yourself too, because understand that if you're in survival mode and your nervous system's dysregulated, it doesn't matter what your intentions are. Your presentation is frazzled and can appear rude to others because you don't hear how frazzled you are. In your heart, you're like, my anxiety's kicked on right now because I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z, and I can't focus on what you're trying to tell me and request of me, and I don't have the capacity for you. But those words can't come out in a respectful way. They come out as like, I can't, whatever happens with you, and you end up hurting someone's feelings because you're dysregulated.
Right.
So intention has nothing to do with how we present sometimes, especially when we're mostly when we're dysregulated. Okay. So I want you to take the pressure off. Again, I think we just want to normalize what these challenges are that we all face that nobody really wants to talk about so that you can walk yourself through these things with compassion and with understanding. And that's for every thought pattern and behavior that you have that's toxic to somebody else that you may not recognize and realize. So your homework for this is to become more consciously aware and question everything that you're thinking and before you say it. Contemplate how your question is going to be, how is this going to be received? How am I going to be received by others, and what can this potentially make someone feel? Am I being considerate and respectful of someone else's energetic field, someone else's emotional state of being, someone else's potential triggers? Now, I'm not saying you got to tiptoe around people. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, we all are on this healing path, and our whole goal is to be treated with love and consideration and respect, right? That's what we have to emit outward. Are we emitting the signal of, I'm a respectful person, which will earn you respect? You know what I'm saying? In the right circles, not from the people who take advantage of you, okay? We're not talking about that. But that's a hard truth too.
Gaslighters aside for the moment.
The truth is we have to normalize the ugliest parts of this whole process so that you're not shaming yourself through it and you're not shitting on yourself for whatever your stories you're telling yourself, that you're going backwards and whatever bullshit you're telling yourself. That's not fair, and that's stunting your growth.
Right.
And we learn a lot of crap. I need you to understand that. The hard truth is the programming is faulty. For everybody in whatever way they experienced. Micah had a completely different life experience than I did, but we both had our own crap that we had to unlearn.
Yep. My crap wasn't family. I mean, sure, my parents got divorced, but my crap wasn't mostly family. It was being the outcast and afraid to approach people. Awkward. Weird. I mean, that should be no surprise to anybody who knows me. Not much is different, but I'm less afraid to show it now. But the hard truths were admitting in toxic relationships that all I'm doing is bitching about it. I'm not doing anything about it. And then finally making the decision to do something about it, regardless of what the impact was going to be, knowing that several years later, there would still be fallout and cleanup. It happens. It's part of it. But if you are staying in a place because you're afraid to face the truth of the situation, please take a different look. I know several people just recently who, I mean, I don't want to mention names, but I know several people recently who took a good look at their situations and were like, I need to make a change. They faced the hard truth that they were giving too much to too many all at once. And they had to stand up for that truth. And guess what? They were supported. Surprise!
I think if you do your research now that we have the interwebs to work with nowadays, you can do some homework and research on healthy ways. You could start following some people on social media, healthy ways to communicate things, and just kind of hear peers, hear people from different age groups, and get a feel and an understanding for what healthy sounds like versus what unhealthy sounds like. I also would like to challenge you to open your mind to hearing opposite perspectives. I'm not asking you to agree with them. Only listen for the idea and intent of hearing another being's perspective. Sometimes you might hear something and be like, wow, well, okay, I hadn't thought of it that way, and get something out of it.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're going to be like, yeah, that's why I don't like that. But you have an understanding. All right, so this is how some people think. Okay, I'm making a note of that. So it helps you learn other people and how other people can be, and it affects you in a different way going forward because you're going to be more mindful. And that's the whole point. The hard truth is we are part of the problem. We can fix the reasons for these problems, but we also need to fix ourselves in the process. And I think the ugly truth is that's the hardest part. The implementing new thought patterns and behaviors and integrating so that you can embody that new version of you. And that's a temporary thing because you're going to learn more and evolve even more. That's where the challenge, that's where the biggest challenge is. And you thought standing up to the people who fucked you up was a big deal. Mm-mm. Standing up to yourself is harder. With love and compassion.
You know, it's even harder than that. Recognizing that there really isn't anything to fix because you're not broken.
Ding, 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 ding. This man wins a prize. 100%.
We're not really broken.
Right.
We just believe that. I know you do. I know you do, Bubble Kid, and I see you over there. You feel broken. You feel in pieces. I know several people who feel broken and in pieces right now for a variety of reasons, whether it's truth-bearing or loss or grief, whatever the case is. You feel broken. Well, that's because your emotions are scattered.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not telling the hard truth that something got to change so that you can get all of those scattered pieces back together, well, I mean, by definition, that is broken, right?
However, how many of those pieces aren't yours to begin with? They're part of the faulty programming. get rid of those pieces that you don't like, that made you feel like shit, and take with you the pieces that are there, upgrade the software and the entire system, and integrate that newer version. And I think the truth shall set. No, I know the truth sets you free, because you're more aligned when you speak truth, and you give less of a fuck about other people who disagree and who fight back, and you recognize those are not your people.
Yep.
And if you have a toxic situation that's to the extreme, you do not have to speak the hard truths to them face to face. This is where I like to assign mirror work. You can do that. Just put that energy out there, like tell them off in the mirror and speak to their higher self.
Yeah.
It has to come out of your body. That's the whole point. And you have to shift your mind, and sometimes speaking it and getting it out there where it's not you venting and complaining to a friend, where it's you talking to the person directly. You know, I actually have a vintage telephone that I use for my clients that need to tell somebody off. Okay, let's fake call them.
Yep.
Tell them off in the mirror, in the telephone. And it's that release that frees you, that truth that frees you. So if it's a toxic situation that's going to put you in danger, there's no point in doing that, because you're talking to a brick wall.
It is way too cool, Lunaria, her telephone.
It is cool.
Now, I want, and I'm going to bring this on screen, I want to address this.
I feel guilty when I stand in confidence, like I'm being arrogant and selfish. Oh, you want to go first?
Remember how she was saying just a little while ago about faulty programming?
Mm-hmm.
That's where that stems.
Mm-hmm.
Being told that that's wrong, that you're being selfish when you are confident. And if you look back at, I don't know, 7 or 8 episodes ago, when I said, oh no, it was on the core 2 weeks in a row, that confidence and what was the other? Conceit look the same. To people who are looking at confidence and conceit, they look the same if they are not paying attention.
So can I add on how to tell the difference?
Please.
Okay. Someone who's confident has the ability to give you subcontext and explain whatever it is that they're talking about in a way that gives you references to check out yourself. But they're also teachable and open-minded. So if you offer something, they're very open to it. Confident is, this is why I've come to this conclusion, and this is why I've understood it this way, and this is the resources that I got that from. When presented with new information that isn't in a good addition to what it is that they already have, they accept it fully and completely. If they're arrogant and conceited, they're right and everyone else is wrong. That's it.
And it still looks the same. And like Lunaria said, if they're not paying attention, that's their issue. You stand in your truth. If you know you're being true and you know you're being kind, compassionate, and direct.
Right.
You're not,
so you
not sugarcoating. You're not putting a blanket over it so that it's comfortable for the other person. You are being you unapologetically, telling your truth. And if it's done with confidence, if they see it as conceit, not my problem.
Can I just drop a really hard truth that's at the core of Bubble Kitten 77? I feel guilty when I stand in confidence, like I'm being arrogant and selfish. The hard truth is you've been gaslit and manipulated in order to be controlled. You were perniciously destabilized in a very insidious manner, which was intended to destabilize you so that you can be controlled. It is part of being oppressed, abused, and exploited. That's why you feel guilty. That's no longer resonating with you. That's what you were convinced of and groomed to believe slowly over time to tear you down. That's a hard truth to swallow because how could I be so stupid? How did I not see that? How, not me? Stop that. The fact of the matter is you're not selfish by standing up for yourself. Self-advocacy, especially when you know it's aligned with your truth, is your truth. You're not supposed to dim your light or change who you are for somebody else who's just exploiting what you're allowing them to take from you. So you do not feel guilty ever for standing up for yourself or what you believe in when you are confident in what it is that you know. Don't let anybody confuse you. Remember, they create chaos so that there's confusion. When there's confusion, there's control. That's a hard truth to swallow about being someone who's been abused. Okay? It has no bearing or weight on who you are, your character, your heart, your intelligence. None of that stuff is changed. You are still an incredibly intelligent, powerful, vital, bright soul. Because they convinced you otherwise, that shit's got to go. That virus is the hard truth. That's got to go. I hope that helps. Let it go. Let it go.
Now, there's one more branch that came to mind before we start wrapping up. What if it's a hard truth that you're holding on to that, if revealed, could cause harm to another person? And I know that somebody in the live viewing audience will relate directly with this because we both know someone who needs to be delivered a very hard truth to hopefully prevent any damage to them. But also knowing that it was a choice that they made to step into that position at the risk of harm. What's your take on that?
I say, as long as it's true, relevant, and kind, and respectful. Sometimes kindness isn't going to fly. Sometimes just be respectful. Doesn't matter what they got going on. It's not always going to feel or sound kind, because sometimes the truth is painful, not for you, for them. And that's the fear that's underlying it. So you're going to go into this courageously, because courage is just doing it with fear, just doing it. You're going to go into it courageously. You're going to speak truth, relevance, and kindness. And your truth cannot be refuted. That is your experience.
Right.
You have to let go of any expectation or concerns about their reaction or response, as long as you know you're going to be in a safe, you're not going to be in danger. Okay. It's something that needs to happen, and how it affects other people is not your responsibility.
And I brought it up because I also want to make it known to you guys. That's not a weapon. Truth is not a weapon that should be used to cause harm to someone else directly or even indirectly. And we're all guilty of it, myself included. And we have a tendency to, thank you, social media, social programming, want to weaponize the hard truths. And that those truths are absolute. And that's a tough truth to swallow. Not to weaponize them. Because while your truth is your reality, because it's your perspective, and your perspective is your reality, it shouldn't be used as a weapon to control or manipulate somebody else. Because that is not true, relevant, or kind, or even respectful. But it is.
Yeah.
For those who can't see the prop.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's a big one. That's an important one to talk about. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome. It's a hard truth.
It is hard. I mean, and life is filled with all kinds of various varieties of drama and circumstances to choose from. It doesn't even matter what's going on in the circumstances, because at the end of the day, it's about you being true to yourself and you protecting yourself and preserving yourself in a healthy way that treats yourself with the respect and the support that you need and that you deserve, with the worthiness and the love and the compassion that you deserve. So it's how you treat yourself and how you understand yourself. That's what you need to focus on. And that's not selfish, because when you're aligning yourself more and more closer to unconditional love and compassion, the truth is irrefutable because it's aligned with love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And both of us, individually, if asked, under the right circumstances, will help you with those truths.
Yes, we will. If you can't scanny, it's healingrose.org, O-R-G. I am a 501c3 nonprofit covered under the First Amendment of the United States. Religious
and she's
act.
also a trauma specialist. If you couldn't tell, she's a little bit passionate about it. Just a hair. If you're not watching this and you're listening to it, you're not going to be able to see the passion in her presentation. Only hear it. But she's quite passionate about helping you guys move beyond trauma and
Thank
into
you.
truth. Just like my goal is to help you get untriggered. I mean, it's not a cure. There is no cure from triggers. There's learning how to live with them and how to maneuver through them. And that's what I'm about. I do it differently than most people would. I use tarot, oracle, intuition, energy scans, the three general principles of Sydney Banks, and the 4 agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz. It's an odd mix, I know. But effective.
I can vouch for it because I've had my own session with Michka. So you really are able to get to the root of the issue. And so like we each have our own modalities and each are specific and unique to us, but each are equally as effective. There's billions of people on the planet and whoever resonates.
Exactly.
So you have variety. And Michka is spot on with how he brings everything together to help you understand what you need to focus on for yourself to move forward.
And you can take my word for it if you want. Because Untriggered.
Yeah.
Phoenix path to owning your
This
own
makes
path.
a great gift too.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah.
But what a great topic. Topic. It was a conversational topic. We're going to call it topic for tonight.
Well, we're going to continue to call it topic. I kind of like that.
Coined. I'm going to patent that shit right now. Coined. I laying the carpet right now, okay? And underneath the carpet, we're going to have the truth, okay? But no. We're going to pull that carpet up right now, and then we're going to reveal the truth, and we're going to talk about it, okay?
That was a cross between Long Island and Boston.
My parents are from the north. What do you want? One's from Schenectady and the other one's from Detroit. What do you want?
Oh, that's funny.
We don't know what the topic is going to be for next week yet, but we will let you know as soon as we have that. Oof.
Can I tease?
It's going to be a big one.
I know we've been teasing for a long time.
Oh, wait. Let's see if I can tease. Do I have it?
I don't know.
Maybe? No, I don't have it yet. I'll take care of that tomorrow. We'll tease them better tomorrow, but go ahead and drop the bomb.
Can I drop the bomb?
Drop.
Yeah? Okay. So we decided January 19th, which is a Monday, and every Monday at 11 a.m. I will be on doing my thing with you guys. And it will be a healing circle. So it will be interactive. So tune in, ask a question. I don't know how this is going to flow. We're going to figure it out as we go. Because I'm going to find my flow with all of this, but it's time. It is time.
And you'll be able to find it here on my Twitch and the Messenger's YouTube, and hopefully we'll have her YouTube set up as well so that you can check that out on her own personal channel. But for sure, it will be here on this Twitch, on Brindleizer and Zeno.fm, Rise Awakenings. So those are certain, and then afterwards we will create a podcast slot so that you can listen to it over on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Because Rise is just a continuing.
Rise is rising. We're expanding and evolving as Rise Awakenings. So we are tweaking some things and going to be bringing some new things into your space, and it'll be exciting.
So Monday you'll have 2 shows to look forward to instead of just one, starting on the 19th. 11 a.m. And speaking of 11 a.m., she and I will be back tomorrow morning with Lunaria for another wild ride of the core.
Yep.
Can't wait to see what that brings tomorrow.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Back at 11 a.m. Eastern as well with Illuminate. And for those who are viewing the live, it won't matter after. But if you're viewing the live or listening over on Zeno.fm right now, in just an hour's time, Lunaria will be co-hosting with me on TikTok for the very first time. So let's come out and give her some love, because she's rising too. She might have had a little, let's go.
Okay, if anybody saw the movie Bloodsport, the visual that I just got in my head was that part where the opponent says, "You're next."
Yeah, because I'm going to reach through that screen, and I'm going to grab you by your hair, and I'm going to bring you here with me to be on TikTok Live too.
Yes, but let's be there for Lunaria tonight, and
absolutely.
And I look forward to all of this. It's good stuff. We're starting off the new year in a great way.
Yes, we are, and more to come. But have an amazing rest of your night, or whenever you watch this replay. Thank you so much for tuning into Phoenix Talks. And here, just in case you missed the opening, we love you so much.
We love you. Go love yourself.
Definitely keep going. And here's Hard Truth if you missed the opening.
when you hold a feeling, you know the kind, the one that plays, scrapes, scratches, cuts deep inside the mind. It doesn't really matter how long you hold it in. It bites, stings, squirms, crawls, itches in your skin, feelings deep within. Words that aren't spoken, feelings get denied, afraid to stay real. Too many tears are cried. We try to bury the hard truth, hiding from the lost youth, buried in the past. Secrets, they won't last, always trying to hide. Didn't know how to confide. What's been weighing heavy in your heart? Poison in the mind, resistance, and it may not like it, we may hate it. Now wanna hear it, speak it, tell it, you wanna make it kind. Finding all the words that you needed to express. Gonna trip, flip the script, get it messy, break a sweat as you confess. Words that weren't spoken, the mask you wore to hide, afraid to show what's real, wipe away tears you cried. You cry. Time to speak the hard truth, hiding from the lost youth, buried in the past. Secrets, they won't last, always trying to hide. Oh, don't know how to confide. Truth is the hardest thing to do. To express the real in you, completely spin from the fight. It's time to do what's right and tell the hard truth, hiding from the lost youth, buried in the past. Secrets, they won't last, always trying to hide. Didn't know how to confide. Didn't know how to confide. It's Brindlewolf and Diane, so listen up if you can. Yeah, journey with them today as they help you find your way. Oh, mental wellness is the topic of the hour. Mental health and the power to tap into our alignments will lead to our refinements. Phoenix Talk, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talks, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talks with Brindlewolf and Diane. Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can.
It quite literally froze as I ended it. Gotcha.
That was a fun topic.
A little bit. A little bit.
That's good stuff.
That's good. That's good stuff right there.
I'm going to do the TikToky tonight on my phone
It took me years, but I finally found
because I don't know that I have Tickety Talk on the computer.
You can download it. It's
I
not
might.
as easy to maneuver through.
I didn't think so, right? It's not.
Not really.
Okay, so then it's meant for the phone. I mean, yeah, for the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially chatting on there. It's a pain because Every time
Oh,
you put a comment, you have to click on the chat bar, type in your comment, hit enter, and then it doesn't stay in the chat bar. You have to go back to the chat bar, re-click it. So
okay.
it's a pain to watch somebody live on there. But
Okay.
you can go on either mine or Lunaria's because she's going to have to go live by herself. And then I invite her to co-host with me.
Okay. So do I go to her page or your page?
Either.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Unless I'm wrong in how this is this gonna be new for both of us. So
Okay.
the first 15 minutes are probably going to be a little bit messy.
Yeah. Okay. It'll get figured out. I know it'll get
Oh, yeah.
figured out.
It will. It will.
Okay,
I thought about doing it from my computer, but the live studio on the computer,
yeah.
grainy. It's like going back to when we were zooming the shows.
Oh, wow. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Okay. I look very red today. I'm very red. Pink.
You're reflecting your shirt. What do you expect?
I probably have the wrong lighting setting too.
What's red over on this side? Nothing.
Yeah.
Did you move your ring light?
I moved it that way because
That's
it
why.
was reflecting in my eyeballs.
That's why. Yeah, and it's just something that you have to ignore.
Okay.
It's something that you get used to and you don't even think about. I try and angle the camera so that it stays here, like it winds up, and because unless I'm reading the screen,
on a tripod. I think it's like it's lower than I am. So
mine is over my head.
I need to experiment with it on the tripod thingy.
Yeah.
Now that you said
Mine
that.
is literally attached to the back of the monitor.
Okay. That's a laptop though. It's too, I'll hurt it. What if I attached it to that lamp?
It's very light. I actually used to have it attached to my laptop and it was fine. It's light enough that I mean, as long as you don't clamp it over your camera.
No, but it is. I mean, technically, it's got the hole to go over the camera. But
You use the clip thing. I have the tighten thing.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. This doesn't feel. This is a quick thing. I feel like it's gonna be too tight. Tight.
You didn't order the same one that I got. You got a different one then.
Yeah. No, I got the one that you sent me.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I got the exact one.
Okay.
And
I don't have that on mine. Maybe I used a different. Did it come with a different attachment? Because I have the one that you screw in.
well, this is a screw in.
No. It's the back.
I have no idea.
It's like a C clamp, and not a pinch.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think it came with anything else. I'm trying to remember. Like, is there anything else on my desk?
Maybe they changed it. I don't know.
I don't know either. But, I just have to
Anyway. But if you want balance on the face, then figure out a way to have it over your head directly in front of you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put it on the whatchamacallit.
That what you diggy behind her? Okay.
Yeah, the tripod. The tripod. The what you thinking?
Now what's diggy over there?
What was that?
Now what's diggy over there?
Yeah, that one. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where I'm at.
Oh. Yeah, probably gonna have to remind her, but on the agreements, we did decide that um, whoever runs it, once she gets a better computer, then she'll be able to also run some shows. But for now, it doesn't have enough power to. It would freeze up on her constantly. So it's falling on my lap to do it, but not going to charge the $25 a month. Your co-founder, I'm not going to charge that, but the $25 for running it, yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're going to set up like I said, hopefully she's working on this, because an hour and a half each week, because making sure that everything's set up half hour ahead of time so that you can get relaxed in and everything is ready to go. Any last minute changes or additions can be done. So it's an hour and a half each week.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. That's wonderful. That's not okay. I don't want you to spend all day, so
I won't. I don't need to.
good.
And I mean, we're going to start charging $150 setup fee for newbies,
Okay.
because all in all, to get TIFF ready, it took about 8 hours.
Yeah.
So that feels fair.
Right, right. So I'll probably end up setting up like a Zelle payment or something like that. So it just happens automatically from month to month. Because that's 150, right? If I'm calculating 4 weeks in a month, right? 25 times 4 is 100 plus another half an
So
hour. So,
150. Yeah.
yeah.
Good quick math. Good quick math for an ADHD brain that thought that she couldn't.
That's grocery store calculations. How much money do I have? Math is what that is. The quick
I did
calculation.
so well today. Speaking of grocery store, I went literally just for creamer, cheese, and a few snacks.
Okay.
I wound up with 10 cans of soup, 6 cans of vegetables, 3 boxes of Cheez-Its, 2 things of Oreos.
And a
Like,
bathtub
what
of
I went for.
porridge.
I got 35 items. I spent $129. I paid $62.
Wow. Wow.
ShopRite's Can.
Wow.
So I have food for a few weeks.
We can over here at Kroger's.
Kroger
And
never has good deals.
Eagle.
I never
And
liked Kroger for their deals.
I don't know how diapers got put on my Instacart order today, and I have a box of diapers and got charged an extra $50. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to Giant Eagle and say, the guy didn't even give me a receipt. It wasn't in any of the bags. So I have no idea how to even return this.
Meanwhile, someone out there yesterday ordered diapers and they didn't get them, and they got a really angry baby right now.
Oh no, I got charged for these.
You got charged for them.
I got charged. They were like on my Instacart order. I'm like, I did not order diapers. Did I accidentally hit a button when I was checking out? Because you know how they like throw up, other stuff. Like, do you want this? Do you want that? Like, there's no children in my life. I don't want
Not
diapers.
that young.
They just throw shit up there, and it's like, what is going on here?
And this is why physically. This is why physically.
I know. I just didn't have the energy to go because that wears me out. So I'm like, I have too much work to do today, and I cannot be worn out before because there was a lunch and learn.
Smoking inside again.
What was that?
Said, and that fucker's smoking inside again.
Who's smoking inside again? You are?
No.
Me? Adrian?
His actual combustibles.
Oh. Are you not allowed to smoke inside?
It's not that. I can smell it.
Smells like weed?
And I even talked to him about it. I was like, I just want to let you know I can smell it
Okay.
every time you do.
Yeah.
My entire house smells like secondhand weed. I don't fucking like the smell of weed to begin with.
It's like a skunky smell.
Uh-huh.
Skunky perfume.
Yeah, and
Not
after a long dash or when I've been away from the house for several hours and to walk in and it's I might as well have a cloud sitting at my front door.
Yeah.
But
Do you
it's
think Medusa can help with that? Because that's the candles sometimes help offset that.
Medusa's done, by the way.
Already?
Oh yeah, it was a fast candle.
Wow.
Didn't help that it burned to where there was like this much on the side while the rest of
Okay.
the candle was down here.
Oh, it's,
So
you know, those,
I was trying to softly scrape it off,
right.
meanwhile having it balanced on a Herkimer diamond
Oh, for the
and
love.
getting screamed at, be careful, you're going to knock it, you knocked it over.
Oh, that's funny.
But it was what Chuck told me that it was one of his earliest candles.
Okay.
It was the first Medusa candle that he ever made, actually. And it just sat there and sat there and sat there.
I refuse to buy candles with more than one wick in it.
For that reason.
None of them have ever burned balanced and fully. None of them. They look pretty, but they're useless when it comes to burning them. Not even the one that I bought
Not
most
even
recently.
Party Light that are $40 a candle 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine how much they are now.
And the wood wicks are pretty. They suck. They don't maintain. They're not steady.
I did learn when all the wicks were done, I did learn that if you take a frying pan and you put it on the stove and you turn the heat on the lowest possible setting that you can do, especially with gas, it'll act as a, quick candle warmer.
Yes.
Because I had to retrieve all of the trinkets and stones from it,
Yeah.
which are now sitting on my altar.
And if there's any wick left, you could just
There was no wick left.
create. Oh, okay, gotcha.
I mean,
Yeah.
it burned
See,
down to where it was unlightable.
I have some from Michael's, some wicks, in a pack, the small package or whatever. So,
Yeah. I should have looked at that today when I was at Walmart.
okay. I use the soft candle wax, pour it into the carton, egg
I did
crate
not post.
cartons. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh, I love that.
So
That's pretty.
did a little pampering today.
It's lovely. Herbalicious.
Herbalicious. Well, oh shit. Can I do it from here? Yeah, and then I just turn it off. Okay.
I have to get up and
That
stretch.
channel. YouTube.
Oh, here come the eye rubs. Wait a minute.
Oh shoot.
Because once they start, you got to follow through.
Yeah.
You have
Okay.
those eye rubs.
Now here's where we find out just how much you trust Michka. Because I need your Gmail account.
It is. It's my name, Diane R. DiBiase@gmail.com.
Diane R. Come on. R. DBRC with an I. Diane R. DBRC at Gmail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh. That felt so good.
Couldn't find your Google account.
Here, let me just send you an email. Compose. I think I sent you an email, haven't I?
Oh, wait,
Like
I have
Brand.
to be signed in on your
Sit.
Google account in order to be able to use it.
Okay.
That's
I
what it
just
is.
sent you an email.
But I have to be able to sign into your Google account and have it on my. It might be easier if you go to either mine or the Rise YouTubes and just save and create a playlist on your channel, because you're
Excuse
not
me.
on the Restream account.
Okay. View
And
your channel.
I learned Monday night that I can be on Restream on 2 different platforms,
Okay.
but I don't know how to invite members. Are
My
you
copies-
kidding? Shit.
Wait, I can't see what you're doing because I'm just
I know
copying
you
the link from my YouTube.
No, don't worry about that. Team size 3. No. Damn. To add you, it'll be $6.44 extra a month,
Okay.
because I would have to upgrade the plan.
Okay. $6.44 extra a month.
Yeah.
Okay. So then it'll be $160 a month. Okay. Does my video like freeze when I'm like looking at other shit?
No, like mine doesn't when I'm looking at
Okay.
other things.
Okay.
So it's wild because it shows the live stream.
Wait,
That's
what
wild.
does?
In the home screen, because I have another home screen open. It shows the live stream. That's wild.
Home screen in YouTube?
No, Restream, because I have another Restream open.
Oh. Oh. Well, that's kind of neat.
A little bit. Annually,
Huh.
2 months free. Fuck you, 465.27. I don't think so. I'm confused. I'm so confused. Starts at 2 teens. Oh, okay. All right. I see what it is. All right. No, it would be much more.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
No, it would
So-
actually take, because right now I'm paying 19 a month.
Okay.
And in order to have additional, if I'm looking at this right,
Okay.
it would take it up from 19 to 49. And I'm
Okay.
just,
No.
no.
And this is on YouTube?
So we're gonna have to jump through some hoops to get this.
For you because
To
I'm
get it on your YouTube
Okay.
directly, we would have to add you as a team member onto the account, which would cause our my monthly cost, because right now I'm paying for it, to go up
Okay.
to $50 a month.
Oh God, no. That's a lot.
I'm strapping.
Right? Isn't that a lot?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I'm scraping to make sure the 20 a month is there.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
shit. I have one video. That's all I have. I have to play with this.
Now, one thing we could do, let me see. No.
Confucius say,
Confucius say, how the fuck can we do this?
honey,
It's gonna want to sign into anything that's me or Carrie.
okay.
So
like,
wait one damn moment. Go up to the top of the, see where it says end screen?
okay,
End
wait.
screen, rather.
Let me see. End stream. That's on the
Okay,
bottom.
right next to that, you see the three icons.
No.
You should see the two YouTube and the Twitch at the top, right next
Oh,
to
at the
end.
top.
See right next to end stream, those three icons. Tap there where it says edit channels.
I did see it, but then it disappeared, so I don't know which one.
Hover your mouse over one of the icons.
Here it is. Okay, I got it.
Click on that.
On which one?
Just click on them.
Any of them?
Yep, the screen's going to pop up in the center. And down at the bottom, it's going to say add channels.
Okay.